Allahu Akbar. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim ghairil maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Amen. Peace, y'all. All right, so today, you see what it is. Chest day, nest day. Now listen, I am not as strong as I once was. I am currently on a mission to get back to 5 plates. However, it's seeming very difficult at the moment. Now, I'm gonna tell you what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna quit trying. I took a couple years, I never stopped, but stopped trying to go super heavy, coasting, and then my strength kind of came down to that. No excuses, I'm up in this bitch, and we're gonna get back to those numbers, inshallah. So today I'm gonna give you a little bit more than just a workout. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I be in here jamming because my playlist be off the chain. It's fire. I have the best playlist. I guarantee you, I don't care who you are, no one is messing with my playlist. I have to get up really early in the morning to make Fajr prayer, but I'm up way before that. So what am I doing? Just doing all the creative, cool things that I don't have time to do during the day. So I do it when everybody sleeps, so my playlist be fire. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give y'all a few songs from today's playlist, all right? But you gotta listen to the whole video because I'm gonna sprinkle them in throughout the sets, all right? All right, here we go. Like, as you can see right here, I'm doing the bar, 45 pounds. Very important. It's important for you to do the bar like it's weight on it, all right? Don't do it half-assed, don't do it lackadaisically. Practice don't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So if you're over here practicing half-ass on your big lifts, your big attempts, that's how you're gonna execute. So you don't wanna do that. So take it very serious. Try to push the bar through the fucking roof, excuse my language, all right? All right, so next set is 135, warming up through the movement, okay? I don't do a whole lot of stretching. I do stretch though. As you can see, I do stretch my lats and my chest when I'm doing chest day, but I really get warmed up and I really get my body activated during my sets, especially the light ones. So I'm working through the set right here, warming up, 135. You don't need to go crazy on there. No more than 10 to 12 reps. Now, we're back at it with 225. Now listen, I know I said 10 to 12 reps for the 135, but really do as many as you feel you need to be warm, right? Sometimes you need more than other times to get warm, but what you don't wanna do is get up under some heavy weight and you're cold, all right? So make sure your body's properly warmed up, but it's a fine balance of not overdoing it to where you are fatigued by the time you get to your top set. As you can see, 225, I'm not going super crazy. Sometimes I only do 3 or 4 reps. Sometimes I do 7, 8, 9. Feel your body out, know your body, understand your body, and know what you need to get to each set. All right, next is 315. All right, so I just knocked out 315. It feels like I'm moving the weight pretty easy. I gotta keep it 100. This gym feels, the weight feel heavy. It feels heavier than normal. It's weird because usually you look at the old school metal plates and think those are heavier, but they're not, they're light to me. These fucking weights feel heavy, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you, but this 315 felt like nothing. I cut through that like a hot blade through warm butter. So, moving on. right, so listen, I missed that one, but I'm gonna run it back, I don't give a fuck. I missed it, as you can see, I had a false start. That false start took everything out of me, that was like a rep. So it was silly to try to do it immediately after, but look, I go down swinging. So anyway, fuck all of this shit, let's run it right back. All right, boom, knocked it out like a boss do. Listen, just because you miss a weight doesn't mean that you can't hit it. Sometimes your positioning might not be right, but also people gotta understand this. When you're lifting heavy weight, and that's relative to your strength, every little thing matters, every little thing counts, right? So for instance, if I'm on the bench and I'm going heavy, if somebody walk by, like walk through my line of sight, it throws me completely off, right? It's so many different variables, so you wanna make sure you're set up properly, because there's no joke at that point. Listen, the bench press is very important. It's very dangerous, right? So you have to really lock in mentally and lock in physically, all right? And it all has to be synced in together, all right? So anyway, that 405, easy money, baby. What we talking about? Hold on, I told you I was gonna start sharing some stuff with y'all, right? So let me get into some of the playlists today. So we have Boswell, Boombastic. Now this is my Boswell, that's Westside Gun. That is my favorite type of music, period. Old school is new, but it's got that old school New York boom bap, aggressive, punch you in the face, push you through a wall, kick you through a wall, slap fire out your, crack your clavicle, that kind of music, right? I love it, I love it. Look, I can separate music from reality. Music for me is purely entertainment. Just like watching John Wick or The Exorcist. Me and wifey watched Exorcist the other night, it was fire. I like aggressive, scary, violent type of entertainment. I don't live my life like that, of course, but I like watching it, right? So Boswell, hands down, that's one of my bangers right there. I also had Corey Guns and Graf. Corey Guns and Graf are two of the most underrated MCs there is, all right? That song was called Back. I also had my brother, Royce the 5'9". Graf was on the song too. I Play Forever. This song is not even new, but anybody know Royce the 5'9" is one of the dopest rappers there is. No disrespect to Eminem, but I think he's better than Eminem. Eminem just get them looks, cause you know, he got the complexion for the connection. And I ain't mad at it, cause if I had it, I'd use it too. But anyway, they like neck and neck to me, but Royce is so fire. All right, and I had Mobb Deep, Quiet Storm, Fire with Lil' Kim, Nipsey Hussle, Victory Lap, Goes Hard. All right, let's move on and I'll give y'all some more after the next set.
Try Jesus, please don't fuck with me, cause I put spell to it.
All right, see, I just knocked out 365. It felt easy. You see how easy it moved. So you know the 4-5 was easy. I probably could have went a little heavier, but it is what it is. I have a program, a strength block that I am doing. And this is the first time I've done a flat bench in some time because I'm only doing incline. Incline, when y'all see me doing incline a lot, that means I'm working on something. I'm working on increasing my strength. Incline bench press trumps the flat bench as far as strength building because you are recruiting way more muscle fibers because you have less leverage, right? When you're laying flat, you got a gang of leverage. Just like I'm sure if y'all ever done decline bench, you super strong. It's just you pushing down. Flat, you're strong, but you know, you got a lot of leverage, right? But when you're doing the incline, you feel less strong. So you can't usually do as heavy weight. When y'all see people doing heavy ass weight on incline, that motherfucker's strong. All right, they about that work, they about that life. So anyway, so today was just flat, but 365, easy peasy. But let me give y'all some more songs, all right? Then we had You Don't Know by Jay-Z, fire. Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. Look, Meek, that song, Dreams and Nightmares, my fiance and I, we have a wedding playlist, right? That's in mine. I'm talking about for the reception at the wedding. We're gonna be jamming to Dreams and Nightmares, right? I don't care what you think about Meek Mill, that is a classic song. That song is gonna be classic in 50 years from now. Meek make money off of that and tour with that forever. If you know, you know. That's motivation for that ass. Then right after that was Rough Riders Anthem, DMX. Y'all can't tell me these playlists ain't fire. This shit is incredible, right? Next was You Ugly by Jid and Westside Gunn. I don't know if it's Jid or JID, but the dude is phenomenal. He's one of my favorite rappers out right now, all right? And then another song of his, Glory, fire. And I'll give y'all more on the next set. All right, right here we got 315, It's Moving Easy. Like, this weight is moving easy, but my body is very fatigued while I'm doing it, so that's what you want. This is where all the real work come in, is the working sets. It's the sets after you do your top set. When you do your top set, whatever your heaviest set is for that particular day, don't go down a lot. You barely come down. That's why I went from 405 to 365. I didn't do 405, then 315. No. 405, 365, 315. All right, you lock it in like that. All right, let me give you some more heat. I ain't gonna give you everything, all right? Then we went back to DMX, X gonna give it to you. We went to Wu-Tang, Triumph. We had Lemon Pepper Steppers from Freddie Gibbs. We had Ensalada, Freddie Gibbs. We also had Skinny Suge and Skinny Suge 2, Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs, another one of my favorite. Look, I don't have a favorite rapper. No, I love rap music too much. It's artists that I just rock with so heavy, I can't say just this one. No. Rap music is so fire, y'all. Like, think about how rap music started, right? Poor kids, inner city, Black and Latino. Parents couldn't afford no instruments, put them through music class or whatever. So what did they do? Took their parents' records and improvised. Took little parts of the record and play it over and over, mix it with this part. And then somebody started talking over it, bump it up, whatever, just hype shit, right? For the crowd to have them dancing. That's how rap started. Remember this, y'all. Certain scriptures, certain parables, certain words from ancient time resonate so heavy. And one of them is, the meek shall inherit the earth, right? Hip hop came out of poor people's, it came out of a place of not having, so we make it happen, right? People typically who don't have, you think they down and out, that's where the brilliance comes, right? They figure it out. And when you figure it out versus doing what everybody else is doing, it's more special. So anyway, if you don't have, or if you are not in the position everybody else is in, if you operating from a deficit, that's an advantage. Remember that, y'all, that is an advantage. Because look, let's say so-and-so person A is right here, starts right here, right? And person B starts right here at a deficit. If person B gets on the same level as person A, he's a million times stronger than person A, because person A never had to struggle through nothing to get to his position. This dude had to go through a lot, figure out a lot. He has a lot of context, a lot of wisdom, a lot of grit to get here. He ain't gonna stop, he's gonna keep going, all right? So remember that, y'all. Just because you may not be in the position, don't mean that you won't be the position, all right? Word to the wise, sufficient. Let's go. All right, so look, I gotta respond to some of the comments that's been being made about Atlas, about our creatine. It's not even creatine, it's performance creatine, right? Listen, some people was in the comments talking about cap, creatine is creatine, you don't need Creapure because we use Creapure. Let me explain something. I'm gonna give y'all some real deal information right now, real wisdom. Creatine is not just creatine. Now, creatine essentially is, but what you're buying. We use Creapure in our creatine, which is called Atlas. It's a reason for that. Creapure is the highest quality that you could buy. 99.9999% purity, okay? The other stuff, the creatine that you buy, the regular creatine, is 80 at best. Now that 20% may not seem like a lot, but it is, because there's fillers in that. Those fillers are not just rice powder, right? Those fillers are actually really bad for you, especially if you take a lot of creatine, which you should take a lot of creatine, all right? I'm gonna explain why. That 20% of fillers is really bad, right? It's heavy metals, DHT, lead, arsenic. I mean, these heavy metals over time will cause cancer. That's worst case scenario. Let's say best case scenario, if you're consistently taking normal creatine, you're probably bloated, right? You're retaining water and you don't know why. You think that's part of it, but no, not with something like Atlas. You're retaining water because your body cannot absorb that. It's not liquefying that properly and absorbing it. So once it's in your system, your body's pulling water, right? And you're holding it and you're looking bloated. Where Atlas, you're saturating your cells like you need to be because it has acetic acid. Acetic acid makes the bioavailability like unreal. Athletes have been taking apple cider vinegar forever because it helps with the nutrient absorption of the Creapure, but also it helps you recover like none other. Here's the difference. So say like I'm hitting my set, right? And I'm at failure. And I can squeeze out 1.5. If your cells are saturated with creatine, pure creatine like ours, like Atlas, you're gonna hit 5 or 6 or 7, right? Your threshold is a little bit deeper. That means you could build more muscle, you cut more fat, you get stronger. It's just a huge benefit. And the mental benefits, the actual documented psychological, neurological benefits of creatine is crazy. If you're, I think one study said, it said a person that is sleep deprived, but their brain cells are saturated with creatine, they have way more cognitive functioning and abilities than somebody who's well rested without the creatine. So imagine how it reacts in response to your body if you are well rested, right? It's crazy. Creatine is like a super drug, but it's not a drug, right? So that's something that y'all really should check out. We don't have regular creatine. We have Atlas Performance Creatine. Look, and I gotta shout out to my brother Sean, my business partner. We have the best of the best, like hands down. There is no, run it. Who's putting out creatine on this level? Who's doing performance creatine? Who's mixing acetic acid with their creatine? Nobody. And we're not even using creatine, we're using Crea Pure, the best stuff you can get. The reason why other companies don't do that because it's very expensive and it lowers your profit margins. We're not doing it for that. Our reward, I can't speak for everybody, but my reward comes from Allah, comes from God, not from money and not from people in this world. So my thing is, I'm gonna do the best or be a part of the best thing that we could do for other people. And if we're in the business, we are entrepreneurs, we do love fitness, we take products. So I'd rather take products that I make for myself or that we make for ourselves, right? Because I trust it 100% hands down. Anyway, links down there in the bio, get you some Atlas. Just read about it. This is what I want y'all to do. Put in your ChatGPT, your Claude, whatever you use. What's the difference between creatine and Crea Pure? And look up the difference between Crea Pure with acetic acid and just creatine. Out my face, what y'all talking about, man? We got y'all backs. Let's go, link down below. All right, so next we're gonna move over to, Live Alpha. Shout out to Tomas and showing us so much love and hospitality at his dope ass facility. But Live Alpha got some unique equipment. This one in particular is an incline press. It's like a hammer strength where you load the plates on there, but it's fucking heavy. It's fucking heavy, right? It's very humbling. It's like, you strong. I love it when, you get humbled by the way. But anyway, I put 3 plates on. I did all that I can do, and that's what matters. So when you're doing your secondary movement, right? Secondary is anything after your main. Your main is your priority. If it's chest, it's gonna be the bench press. So everything else is secondary. So I'm just doing reps, sets until I feel like I've done enough for that particular muscle group at that station, and then I'll move on, all right? So I did 3 sets right here, 10 reps, I think, 11, I don't know. First set, and then you see the strength declined each set after, but it's all good, that's to be expected. Last but not least, we're gonna finish it out with flies, right? Flies don't look like shit. I don't think they make you stronger, but flies really shapes your chest in a profound way. I get a crazy pump when I do flies. That's why I keep doing them, right? Listen, you'd be surprised at things that get you a pump, the things that work. Now, maybe you do flies and you won't feel anything, right? When I do cable flies, I feel nada, nothing. Just like if I do dumbbell flies, I feel nothing. I feel only a small window, a tiny window in which I'm getting some kind of muscle stimulus. When I'm doing the pec deck flies, I feel it a lot, right? So find what works for you. Everybody's body mechanics are different. So you are a scientist and this is what you're studying is your body. So figure it out yourself. I give you the guidance. I'm not telling you this is the only way. I'm showing you what worked for me. Some of y'all might be statured like myself. And listen, if you see me years ago, you see I was very skinny, very thin, right? I always had a thin frame. I'm not a big husky person. I am because I train hard and I get my grub on, but you see me next to like some bodybuilders, you be like, oh, I thought you was a lot bigger. You know what I'm saying? But some people see me, but in context alone, and they like, yo, you're huge. But when you see me next to some guys, you see, I ain't the biggest dude, but I got a big heart, big brain, all right? So anyway, so pec deck flies, fire. I get a lot out of that. Try it, but if not, do some kind of fly movement, all right? I like it because it's stable too. So anyway, we do 3 sets of here, and then that's it, khalas. All right, y'all, so that's it. Listen, I have a new YouTube channel, that is down below. Please go and check it out. Look, this channel, I'm gonna keep it just fitness, because some of y'all don't like the wisdom, y'all don't like the perspective, the life stuff, or any spirituality talk, right? So the other channel is for that kind of smoke, all right? Right down there in the bio, the link. It's the first or second link. I think Ambrosia's first, and then that link is second. So anyway, go in there, check it out. And I hope y'all like it, and I hope y'all got a lot out of this. Let me know what you want to see next down in the comments. I'll see y'all later. All right, peace.